How's it going, everybody? So I'm going to do my second shave with the Homelike shaving. The prototype is called the Hummingbird, and I got to give you guys a quick recap because I did a shave earlier this week, pretty much using the same setup that I'm going to do today. And just kind of as I'm getting ready and lathering, I'll tell you guys about the results and just kind of my initial impressions about the razor and whatnot. But I was able to go on to, I apologize because I don't know the name of the maker or the guy who runs the Homelike shaving channel. Anyway, I do kind of follow some of his videos, and I went on his channel before filming this, and it looks like this razor is moving out of prototype phase and going into production. And so the couple of things that I read was that this is made of 316 stainless, and there's one other thing I'd seen, but and that it's made in Russia. So overall, so far, I think very positive initial impressions. The shave was good, so I'll continue giving my comments. I want to give you guys just a quick little update on the other products that I'm going to be using. So since I was in a Passaround last week with the haircut and shave, included in that Passaround was some Ethos shave soaps. So on Monday, I think when I did my first video, I used Ethos for the first time. And so my previous shave, I used the, Melange déagrumes, but I'm going to call it Ethos Grapefruit. And I had used about a peanut size amount, and I ended up during my shave for like my second and third pass, needed to load it up. So today I decided to use the rest up of kind of like the almond size amount that I have. So again, this is Ethos Grapefruit. I'm using a 24 millimeter 3-band high mountain white, silver tip, whatever you guys want to call it. But I'm going to load up soap. This performed pretty well on Monday. So I have 3 days beard growth. And yeah, overall the shave results were really nice. I will say I did kind of like I think I did a third pass going against the grain, and I think I wrote in my post, luckily I was able to avoid razor burn. I did have a few nicks kind of around my normal spots, kind of around my chin and below my neck, but they weren't bad. So since Ethos is so soft, it's, I'll call it like a cream soap. You just basically take a little scoop, smear it. And so since this isn't a hard soap, it's, this loading is going to kind of create this proto lather, but I think my experience with the Ethos for this shave is going to be just a little easier, and I think it's because my first shave, I just didn't get enough product on that first load, so there might be a little bit of the product left, and I could just smear that on the next sample that I use. Okay. So one thing, I showered this morning and I'm shaving this afternoon, so unlike normal, I'm not like fresh out of the shower, and I'm not using my normal pre-shave oil, but this morning after the shower I put on a little cocoa butter because that's kind of like my daily moisturizer. So I just splashed on some hot water earlier, and okay, so hopefully this soap works nicely for me. I'm assuming it's gonna work good. So there's a tiny little bit, I don't know if you guys can really tell the product. So anyway, a couple more things. So the polishing on this razor, I think looks very nice. Seems like because we get the handle, the cap, and is it 4 different base plates? They all seem to be top side, bottom side, all polished well, have a good finish. So on Monday, shaving with that closed bar 1.3 blade gap. I thought that it was going to be maybe a little aggressive or a little harsh, and I think the member before me, Andrew, Raw Fox 1, he's someone that I've known for a while, and so I remember reading one of his posts saying that some of the base plates, when he was shaving with them, the smoothness maybe wasn't quite there. So during my first shave, I was considering using one of these higher blade gap base plates, and then following with my second, third pass using one of the lower ones, like the 0.8, and it seemed like the blade rigidity was pretty good, so I felt confident enough to just shave with the 1.3 the whole time, and honestly I was very impressed. So again, for my skin, it's more nick prone, and it's kind of easier for me to get razor burn, especially when I start pushing for kind of like a third pass. So I'm going to try and do the same thing. I'm going to do an across the grain for my first pass, and then use an against the grain around my neck and for my cheeks. So I should have said this at the beginning, I apologize. Glaze Boker is the person that helped put on this Passaround. So thank you for letting me get on this and just helping organize the Passaround. It's been really kind of a little stressful to kind of get all these Passarounds that I'm a part of all at the same time. So got the haircut and shave. This one came in right after I shaved on Monday using this razor. I got the straight razors for another Passaround. So I'm going to try and get in one more shave with this and maybe use one of the open comb base plates for you guys. Let me just add a little bit more water. This is acting a lot better than my first use, and I think I just had maybe a little bit of an issue with not having enough product during my first lathering. So this is already looking a lot more glossy, compact. I think we're looking good. So the blade that I used on Monday is going to be the same as today's shave. So this will be a second use Israeli Red Pack Personna, the platinum chrome. Yeah, I think we're good. So first pass against the grain using the 1.3 base plate. I had mentioned in my written post, this handle's nice. I kind of feel like we have just a little bit more, I don't know, weight towards the top. So I found this razor to be maneuverable enough for me to feel confident with it. Seem to kind of be particular on handles, and that's how they hold. So I've been using a lot of razors lately and just kind of using this ride the base plate type angle, and they seem to work okay for me. So I don't know if I was able to see a price on how much this might be. So being someone in North America, I don't know how much the razor is by itself. If you can, get it within close proximity, like say if someone's buying this razor from Russia, I don't know what the price difference would be to get it shipped over here to North America. But maybe on my next shave video. I can see if I can get a price. I think this is being sent out, or was sent out as the Hummingbird prototype, and I think it got a different name. So I don't know, but anyway, if the owner of this company, Homelike, is watching, so far I would assume that this is a good value. I mean, I could be totally wrong. I guess I would kind of expect maybe this thing it could be maybe around like 150 US dollars. Again, maybe part of that is just kind of like a guess based on how much like the razor like a Rockwell might cost, or I don't know. Maybe I just had different expectations of this, and maybe my bias is because I was trying a $500 titanium razor right before this, but I tend to kind of prefer when I'm focusing on my shaves. It's nice to have an overall, a complete razor, but I don't get too much into the handles and everything. If it works, it works, but I want to have just a nicely designed head, cap and base plate that works well with my beard and my skin. And this 1.3, very nice so far. So, okay, so that's kind of as far as I can get on my across the grain pass. It cuts really, really nicely. So now we'll do that against the grain pass. Now, I really could be shooting myself in the foot if this thing is more expensive than I think. But based on the quality and the weight of this razor, the finish, I think the packaging that it comes in is very nice. It's got little foam inserts for the different parts of the razor, which I think is nice. Usually for me, you guys, when it comes to pricing, I don't take into account shipping, I don't take into account conversion rates, I don't take into account packaging. If something seems expensive, for me, I'm applying that just on the product. That's just kind of my thing, so I guess I am someone that might be willing to spend a little bit more, or, you know, although I might say something might be overpriced, it doesn't necessarily stop me from wanting to purchase something. So I only bring that up to mention that there might be times where I might have a preference for one razor over another, and you know, maybe the one that I like happens to be more expensive. But just based off of this first shave, the price of something doesn't always necessarily equate to, you know, being better, or doesn't necessarily mean higher quality. Ethos is working really nice, so here, just for the heck of it, I'll just go one more time with water, just quick. All right, against the grain. I think it takes up the water pretty well. So, anyway, this is kind of what I was talking about. Maybe you guys can see. Usually, in my opinion, when I'm seeing knurling, it looks like the diamond pattern is more vertical on how it's stacked. And this one, I don't know how much it's going to focus. It just seems like it's more of a horizontal. The grip feels nice to me. Like I said, the comment on the balance is it's not that it's top heavy. It just seems like for me there's just a little bit more weight from maybe the base plate and the cap on top of the handle. Oh, okay, so against the grain. I don't know, the last couple of years, as I've slowly tried just, you know, a good handful more razors. I'm trying to think, you guys, you know, maybe in the last couple of years, I've probably tried less than 10 new razors, so I've slowed down a lot compared to the first few years in the hobby. But I think I've just kind of gravitated to razors that I think, or based on the reviews, have a very good hold of the blade, and just the rigidity is nice. Usually I'm not one to say much when I'm using products kind of for the first few times, but this razor, at least with this base plate, it seems to work well. Like I said, for my beard, hopefully you guys can hear it. The angle seems to be intuitive. Like I said, it was it's very easy for me to get razor burn, even with my favorite razors, you know, the ones that I might consider are the best. But I have to say, the oh geez, it's 5 base plates. Wow. So let's see real quick. Okay, closed comb 1.5. Maybe this will be one that I want to try. So for you guys, maybe the next shave, I'll do one base plate on one side of my face, and I'll do a open comb on the other. I don't know which one I would want to do. I'll probably, maybe I can shoot for it on Saturday. So what would that be? Friday? It'd be about 2 days beard growth. Yeah, closed comb 0.8, 1.3. I don't know that I necessarily feel like I want to try the 1.3 open comb. Man, this, you know, part of, I'm sure a lot of people will mention this. If I buy like a $300-400 razor, you know, a lot of people will say your first reviews and your comments might be a little bit more glowing, and part of that is like, you know, you've invested a lot of money and you obviously want to have as high remarks as you can for something you paid a lot for. I didn't really have too many expectations when I signed up for this. I can't even really remember what was the real reason I wanted to try it. I mean, it looked cool. I think the fact that I was kind of around when Rockwell first came out with having a variety of the base plates, you know, and all these options, and I think it's really cool. To be honest, it would be really interesting if I just got into wet shaving and this was like the first razor that I got. So far I can really recommend it. I apologize that I don't know the price on it, but just feeling my face, the cut on it is really, really good for me. You know, just before I go, I guess the best way to describe my beard is it's not going to be really dense, like beard, you know, just packed in there. But I do think my hair is a little bit more on the coarse side. And then in combination, like I said, I say I have thin skin. I seem to have to really pay attention to the angle, the pressure. The last few years, that's probably another reason why I'm not really into buying a bunch of the new razors, is the ones that I do have and know, I try to dial in what blades work well. And so, yeah, like I said, this feels really, really close. I think initially I might have wrote on there that the comfort of the shave as well as the efficiency using this razor from Monday, I'd grade it like an 8 to a 9, maybe like an 8.5. Yeah, this cuts really, really well. Again, that's just for me personally. Now, right here, you guys might be able to hear a little bit. I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, when I did my third pass, I apologize, you guys, because I filmed it, and then I don't think I had enough memory on my computer, and that's why I didn't save. But I did have a lot of the little weepers, and they didn't last. But I don't know. I don't want to be too repetitive, but this is one of those razors. Again, maybe I'm surprised just because I didn't have too many of these expectations on how it was going to work, how much I wanted it to work. So again, if any of you guys are curious to see a specific base plate, let me know, and I'd be happy if I can squeeze that in on my last shave. I'm happy to oblige. So I have very high regards for this. Again, I can't speak for the price, so I'll see if I can on the next video. But a lot of the time on the end of my shaves, you guys, I have visibly, more red skin, where you might be able to tell where once I put on an alcohol splash, where it's going to be red for, maybe like an hour. But Monday's shave was really good. This feels really nice. It's a big deal if I can be able to shave not straight out of the shower. That seems to make enough of a difference for me to notice. But I think I felt comfortable enough after Monday's shave to say, let's just go for it. It seems to work really well. So quick another comment on the Ethos. This worked really good. I think I probably could have added a little bit more water, but this worked well. I mean, I don't think my face feels quite as dry as it did the other day. So awesome on the Ethos. I don't think I have anything else I can add, you guys. So again, if the proprietor of Homelike Shaving is watching this, really, really good. I'll see if I can add any more feedback that I might have missed, but I'll probably get one more shave in. I wanted to get 2, but you guys, I just received the straight razors on another pass round, and I want to be able to get those in as well with maybe 3 shaves. So I hope you guys are all doing good. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will catch you guys soon.